Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.
Welcome to another edition of the Smokebox for BREALTV. I'm Dr. Greenthumb with our very special guest, Madison Ivy. Saying you've been asking for her for a long time. We've been getting requests on you for a long time, so it's
really,
yes,
I'm honored.
So it's good to have you in here finally.
Well, it's such a pleasure to be here.
You're a renowned smoker, so we got to just start off the top. What are you smoking on over there?
This is some amazing do-si-do that my wonderful best friends in the whole world, Monsieur Danny and Mademoiselle Lauren, picked up for me.
Right on.
And it is just delicious. We also got some high octane in here too.
Right on. I got some insane OG right here. So whenever you want to trade off real quick, we could sample the flavors.
We got a sample.
So you've you started in the adult industry and crossed over into melded into the cannabis culture with it. What made you realize that the two could be bridged like that?
Well, there was a big gap there for a while where a lot of people were like, oh, nah, this isn't cool. We don't want this sort of image to be with the adult industry. And
right.
I was like, all right, well, that's just the stigma of weed that everybody has about it. So I just started slowly coming on set every day, just ripping bowls and fucking smoking blunts and telling everyone that, hey, I do my job and I do it well, so let me smoke weed. And everybody started to know me as, Madison's on set because you can smell her.
The weed head.
The weed head.
Right. Did it bother some of the other actors when you would come down there, smoked out, baked, whatever? I
think some of the girls, it made them a little bit nervous, mostly because they don't smoke. And
right.
You know how hard it is having sex with a young lady when you want to blaze and she doesn't want to blaze. It's kind of like she can be really cool with it or she can be really not cool with it.
Right. And what was it in the beginning? Was it more cool than not cool, or vice versa?
It was not cool at first. A lot of the girls were kind of just like,
uptight.
They're nervous, uptight, exactly.
And now what's it like since you've opened the door for them? Because basically you kicked the door open for others to come and kind of get in that lane. But right now you're like the pioneer of it. And
it's nice to be known as the pioneer for it. Because it is. A lot of girls have now embraced that. There's a lot of beautiful girls out there who are now repping the cannabis world. And as they should.
Yeah. And I think a lot of them kind of obviously got their game from you. So does it feel good to have influenced that?
It feels great to influence that. Shall we trade?
Yes, I thought we should. You need to try that.
But yeah, it feels good to influence people. I love just positive reinforcement. So anybody that I can lead towards smoking Mary Jane, because there's so many beautiful things about it. I love that. That makes me so happy.
What do you think it does best for you, in your life?
Well, for me in my life, the reason why I started smoking weed is actually my doctor was like, you have no appetite for some reason.
Yeah.
Just eat a fucking sandwich and smoke some weed. Or take all these fucking pills. And I was like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Fuck the pills,
Fuck
for sure.
the pills. So, this is delicious, by the way.
Thank you. I was gonna say the same thing.
But, yeah, so I just started smoking and smoking some more. Should we pass here? Let me see that one.
Rotation.
Yeah, this one has rotation. You can try that one. That one's the high octane.
High octane.
Take that,
That one's, yeah. You have high octane.
Okay.
Sour apple, I think.
It is high octane. I like this.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then, just started smoking that way, actually, just for actual health reasons. And then my biggest help with Mary Jane came about 2.5 years ago. I was the passenger in a car accident, and essentially I got ripped in half.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
Broke my back, ruptured 3 organs, had to have 11 surgeries. It was an ordeal. But the one thing that kept me going, that saved me, was Miss Mary Jane.
You know, it's crazy because you hear more stories like that from people that, like, you know, something major happened, you know, like in their health.
Yes.
You know, whether it was an accident or it was, you know, a health scare in terms of something terminal and shit. And a lot of people are now coming with stories that they've used cannabis
For pain
and therapy and healing and shit like that.
It helps with that depression that you get from all the surgeries. It's tough. It's scary.
And obviously, you know, on your standpoint, that the doctor gave you, you know, suggested it to you because you had a disorder with eating.
Yes.
And that's another big thing because a lot of women have issues with that. And men too.
They do. I know a bunch of people who just, for some reason, their appetite is stunted.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta be healthy. This is what is in this one? Did we put?
That one is either sour apple or...
This is a sour apple, and this is an organic hemp blunt. So no
With the
tobacco.
wrapping.
The wrap is.
Right.
No tobacco.
Yeah.
No
So you don't like the blunts?
I love blunts.
You love blunts?
I love blunts, but I'm trying to be on that healthier
The healthy
kick.
shit. Yeah, because blunts are a little bit heavy on the lungs and throat.
They are.
You know.
trade?
Yes.
We try?
We shall trade.
Let's go high octane and we'll trade around again. I like
Merry-go-round. It's literally a merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round. So what got you into smoking?
What got me into smoking?
Yeah.
Wow, that is a fucking good question. I was probably in 5th grade hanging out with the older dudes, and they smoked.
There you go.
And they passed me what I later found out was a bong.
Ah.
You know, I just looked at this green acrylic apparatus and I took a couple of hits like the older dudes were doing, and you know, that was my first introduction. And then I stopped, you know, because like I moved from that area to another. And I met my boys, you know, Send Dog and the rest of the hill at that point, you know, when we were very young. And Send Dog smoked joints. And one day, as you know, I was the youngest in the crew, so he made me smoke a joint with him. And you know, ever since then,
that's all she wrote.
All she wrote. Yeah. So, you know, hey, thank you, Send Doc. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, older dudes that passed me the bong when I was a young buck. Thank you.
Right?
Because here we are now in the Smokebox, you know, years later. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think it brings a lot of people together. Like, you know, especially when we do these interviews, a lot of people get in this box that people don't expect to see. Because when we started it, they figured we would get other hip-hop, you know, names in here and, you know, smokers like that. But, like, this brings all sorts of different cultures together, all different sorts of people, you know.
Right, get to meet and learn about all the different genres of people and their personalities. It's interesting.
Who have you gotten stoned with that tripped you out, like that you did not expect?
Ooh, I would have to say there's this really, really random night where it was the Adult Video Awards and it was our company's dinner. And I walk into the back patio because we were at, I think we were at Excess, and they're gonna hate me probably for this, for talking about smoking on their property.
Oh wow, sorry Excess.
Sorry Excess. But we walk back there, and I light up a blunt, and I turn to my right, and I see Kimbo Slice and Bill Murray standing there.
Kimbo Slice and Bill Murray.
And Bill Murray smelled the weed, obviously, and slunk over and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
No shit.
And I was like, oh, this is a
of
really
course he smokes.
Random ass moment. So that was a really weird moment.
Got to smoke with Bill Murray.
Yeah, and Kimbo Slice just
rest in peace.
He just stood there, standing there, just smiling at us. And
so he didn't smoke?
He did not smoke.
He should have smoked.
He should have smoked.
Should have smoked. You know, probably would have found out that was good for him.
Right?
Because so many people for so many years thought it was bad for you. But it's actually the reverse.
They're finding so many different ways that it's helping people. So many different studies where cannabis is helping PTSD patients and obviously people with epilepsy, cancer, anyone who has seizures. I mean, it's like life.
Yeah. So what are you doing right now in the cannabis space at the moment?
In the cannabis space right now, me actually and my dad have a little grow operation together.
So you're putting your own strains together and whatnot.
Yes, it's a father-daughter project,
Right
so
on.
it's nice, and I love it.
So is it like one particular strain or several strains?
Several strains. We got Gorilla Glue, Trainwreck,
Old school.
Blue Dream, always, because
Right.
we love it. It's
You
one of
love the Blue Dream,
I
all right.
do. Our strain that we have is like a 1992 Blue Dream.
Huh.
So it's like
It
the
goes
most
back.
beautiful, crystally, just lime green thing you ever seen. I
Yeah.
love it. Tradesies.
Trade
Yep.
times.
Tradesies.
And the
Roast.
trade begins.
Yep.
All right.
So did you get it? Are you doing the concentrates as well as the flour?
We're doing the concentrates. We do mostly cold water organic nug run hash because I like anything that doesn't have chemicals in it.
Right, all organic.
So really into that. Obviously, I do stray from the path here and
Right.
there. So, but then we do indoor to start with, and then we go outdoor for the summertime, and then we do light depth in between.
Right.
So works out really nicely.
Now, people send you like a fuckload of products, right? Because they know you're Madison Ivy in the cannabis lane of the women that represent the culture. You're like the biggest one in the lane.
I like to hope so.
In terms, yeah, and so I know that they send you a shitload of products to like either review or represent or to try to get you involved in some way. What product out there like blew your mind?
Well, see, that's the thing is I actually don't throw my contact info out there a lot to companies even.
So they don't know how to get a hold of you.
Because they don't know how to get a hold of me. So I actually go out there and I like to try their product right in the stores, what they're giving to people, not what
Right.
they're gonna send to me to impress me.
Right.
So Guild Extracts, I would say, has some great stuff. I love Moxie.
Moxie is definitely the business for sure.
They come through with that packaging, that quality. I like their overall product. I love the branding. I think it's great. So I think they're lovely. There have been a couple people like Rump Wax. He keeps getting messed with.
Right.
Poor dear. But I like his stuff.
Those are the bumps and bruises of the game, I think, of the industry. But as it gets regulated, I think that'll happen less.
It will.
What do you think about the regulations coming?
The regulations are... There's so many positives and negatives if you were to put together a list of pros and cons.
Right.
But the one thing that like really kind of makes me sad deep down is the simple fact of that the giant commercialized industry is going to hurt the little hometown growers. Because that's like where I came from. I came from a small itsy bitsy little town where people like secretly, like when you're a kid you don't know about it, but all your parents are making family vacation money off of selling weed to their friends.
Right.
And it's like a nice little friendship community of smoking.
Yeah, it's about to change.
It's about to change rapidly.
Yeah.
And so I think the quality is going to go down in some regard. The price is going to obviously go up in certain areas, but I'm just kind of worried about what they're going to do to the product.
I think that the commercialized product will be, commercialized. It'll be inferior, but I think there'll always be like those independent
People who
connoisseurs that or that want the connoisseur grade. So the independent shops will be always
make
open,
it,
and I think those are the brands that you see right now that are like the top brands right now. They're gonna be that after the corporate
so true
comes in, unless some of them like evolve into that. You never know. But there's a whole lot of shit that remains to be seen here in California when next year comes in with regards to the cannabis game.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So always the last question in the box is what type of what's your favorite strain you like to smoke?
Ooh, That is a difficult question because it depends on the mood.
Yeah, because you smoke a lot, so you get a lot of different strains.
Yes. So I like Love Me Some Dosey Do.
Right.
I like Trainwreck. I like Sour Diesel, Northern Lights, White Widow, Headband, Blue Dream.
Damn.
Lamb's
Running
Breath.
a list.
Yeah, honestly, the list could go on, but it's really, I guess, depends on who grow it and the love and tenderness that they put into it.
Right.
'Cause, you can feel the love.
I hear you. And so your favorite dabs are from like Moxie and...
I would say Moxie and, what is it? Monsieur.
Loud Pack.
Loud Pack. We got the Loud Pack too, but the other one I'm thinking of. Guild extract.
Yeah.
I really liked him.
Right on.
TLC. Yeah.
Their pure CBD crystalline dabs are amazing. And me I have 8 brackets and 9 pins in my spine now.
Well, because of that. So
Yeah, so it helps with the pain.
Right on. So where could they find like your line that you got coming out?
I'm hoping for it to come out soon with my own just independent company so they can find all of my weed exploits on my social networking. So my Instagram, which is at 420 Madison Ivy, or you can follow my nude weed exploits on my Snapchat, which is Madison Ivy Snaps. So
Right on. I want to thank you for taking the time and smoking up the box.
thank you
And
so much.
yeah, word up. Madison Ivy, you asked for, here she is. You know what I'm saying? Leave comments, subscribe to the channel, support everything she's got going on. You know what I'm saying? And thank you guys.
Hey, thank you so much. My 2 best friends in the whole world. Thank
Yeah.
you for having us. It's been a blessing.
You guys helped make this a smoky fucking box.
I know, I'm like crying back here.
That's when you know it got smoky.
That's
Word.
You know
Peace.
it's good when you tear up.
Let me welcome you to the Smokebox. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.
All right, look at all that nice. It's like a furnace. You don't fuck with this, Jesus. I think this might be smoking.